Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome all viewers. Previously, we spoke about the importance of having good character as a Muslim, and today we want to start getting into specific character traits that a Muslim should embody. And I chose specific character traits today based on very disturbing trends I've been seeing on social media. And the most disturbing thing is that these trends and this behavior, it's being aimed at Muslims. Muslims as a demographic are specifically being targeted. And this is something we should keep in mind because Islam can be used by people as a gimmick. We are a community of well over 1 billion people. So if somebody can tap into the Muslim community, then they have a huge market that they can sell products to, that they can use for views and clicks and ad revenue. But not only that, due to the fact that we have certain values, there are certain things that we don't do. This leaves room for shameless people who don't know about our religion or don't care to know or don't respect our religion to then produce content with shocking behavior. For example, it's shocking to see a Muslim woman wearing a hijab speak about certain private, intimate things. Why is that? That's because the entire purpose of the hijab is to cover certain things, to hide certain things. So to see a Muslim woman wearing hijab, which is a symbol of modesty, then say things that are the opposite of modest. This sort of thing is shocking and it gets people talking. And a major aspect of social media is being shocking. People on the internet are constantly pushing the envelope, trying to do the next crazy thing for attention. And unfortunately, after one person does something, it becomes less and less shocking over time. It becomes more normalized. And that's why those of us who are genuinely concerned about our religion, we need to be aware of these things that are going on to protect ourselves and also to protect our loved ones. And I think it's important to point out that it's not just the women, but you also find men who are actually even approaching strange women on the street that they don't even know, girls, and encouraging inappropriate conversations with them, initiating such conversations, recording it, and then posting it on the internet for everyone to see. But the reality is, the true representative of Islam is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the only thing that truly matters is how well we are following his tradition, alayhi salatu wasalam. So that being the case, the first character trait I want to emphasize today, which if we have it, if we embody it, if we are aware of it, then we will be able to see through a lot of the misguidance that we see being spread. And that is the character trait of haya. This word haya may be translated as modesty, shame, shyness, bashfulness. And this is a crucial part of Islam to the extent that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, among the things that people have found from the words of the previous prophets was, if you feel no shame, then do as you wish. And from the meanings of this hadith is that this quality of bashfulness, of shame, of modesty, of haya, this is what is going to prevent you from doing all sorts of obscene things. If you lack that quality, then you are lacking something that is very important in preventing you from falling into sin. And not only that, but this quality is actually part of our faith. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, Al-haya'u min al-iman, that having haya, having this modesty, this shyness, this is part of having faith as a Muslim. If you have a deficiency regarding haya, then you have a deficiency in your iman. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was known for his haya. And the great companion Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him, he as well was known for having such a high level of haya that the angels would feel shy in front of him. So it's crucial that we as Muslims and those who we look to as role models representing Islam, that they have this quality. Now, when it comes to this specific topic at hand, where we're finding people now talk about the most intimate details of their private lives, there's a very important hadith of the Prophet ﷺ where he said, indeed, among the most evil of people before Allah on the day of resurrection is a man who, after he privately approaches his wife and she privately approaches him, he exposes her secrets. So one who exposes such intimate secrets is what? Among the most evil of people before Allah on the day of resurrection. Another narration mentions that this private situation between spouses is from the greatest trusts with Allah on the day of judgment, that this is an amana between a husband and a wife. And there's another narration where the Prophet ﷺ, he explicitly prohibited a man saying what he did with his wife or a woman telling others what she did with her husband. This is against the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. This is against the teachings of Islam. This is against our religion. Now, the last concept I want to mention before ending this video, it's a quality called ghaira. Ghaira is often translated as protective jealousy. And the Prophet ﷺ taught us that ghaira is something that Allah loves when it's properly implemented. So as men, we should have ghaira for our wives, for our sisters. We should have a protective jealousy where they're not out talking about intimate things in front of the world, recording themselves, or having conversations on the street with random strange men about these very intimate private matters. In fact, the one that does not have ghaira, the one that does not have this protective jealousy, is known as a dayuth. And the Prophet ﷺ taught us that the dayuth is from those who Allah will not even look at on the day of resurrection. So brothers and sisters, just to re-emphasize everything we've discussed in this video, let us remember that people use Islam as a gimmick, as a marketing tool. By attaching halal or dawah or some sort of Islamic concept to their brand, they're going to reach a demographic that they wouldn't otherwise. This doesn't mean that they are good representatives of Islam. They might be clueless and ignorant about Islam. They might be intentionally using it just to make money. Allah knows best, but the point is we should be aware that we are being targeted as an audience. And therefore, it's important for us to know ourselves what our religion teaches. Then we can separate for ourselves the real from the fake. And from the teachings of Islam that I want to emphasize in this video is haya, is modesty, shyness. This is a part of Iman, as well as the concept of ghaira, of having a proper protective jealousy for our women as men. And if you lack this quality, then you should fear being from those whom Allah will not look at on the day of resurrection. May Allah protect and guide all of us. May Allah forgive us for our shortcomings. Allah knows best. JazakumAllahukhairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.